Welcome everybody, Steve here. Well, we got another project in the shop. Well, it's going into the shop. This is a 1968 Chevy, and this is going to be a extensive restoration. It's going to be a frame up. We got a lot of things planned for this one. We're going to put an LT engine in it and make it a really nice little runner. So I'm quite excited about it. You know, we got a really nice owner. Guy's really cool, and you know, he's on the same page as I am, or I'm on the same page as he is, and I think this is going to be one of those really nice little builds. Only problem with this one is that mine gets mothballed, but that's okay. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is, you know, when we get that LT in there, I'll be wanting one of those as well. That's okay. Anyway, let's go around this, and I'll kind of give you an idea of, you know, what's going on, what all needs to happen, and you can see what kind of shape this thing's in. So as you can see, most of this looks pretty good. You know, like the hood is in nice shape, but you know, I don't know what's underneath the paint. And that's why this thing is going to get stripped right down and redone right from the very bottom up. Let's take a walk around. Alright, that sunshine's a little bit too much for the front. There's some regular wear and tear on the front. Sometimes the front of those hoods rust out, but this one here is in pretty nice shape. All the way down the side. Let's take a look at it from the back side over here. Alright. That's a little bit better. You can see the lines going down are pretty nice. Now, this is going to be turned into a short box. So, don't think that we're going to keep the long box. Lots of other little things going to happen to this as well. Same things that are going to happen to mine. Tailgate's a little bit rough, and we'll see if I can throw a little bit of Steve J magic on it, because I really don't like the aftermarket ones. And if you look down, everything looks pretty good. Passenger door got some issues right there, but that's something I think that we can address. Minor, just a bit of a wave in there. All right, now let me get refocused here. So a 1968 Chevy has got 6 lugs, and we are going to convert this to a 5 lug. Just going to make it a lot easier to buy rims. The 6 lug gives you a little less when it comes to options. Now the interior, just your typical old truck. Needs a seat reupholstered. Just needs everything done. But we'll get her. Right there. Every young kid had a tape deck at one time. It's classic. So right now this one here sports a little 350. I think it has a turbo 350 in it for a transmission. So this will all be gone, and we're going to bring in that really nice LT and stick it in there. It's going to fit beautifully in here. There's so much room. Of course, we have to upgrade the radiator and do a bunch of stuff like that. We'll put some, you know, all the brakes are going to be all disc and brand new. So there we have it. That's the old. Maybe what I should do, I think that's what I will do. Keep some of these old pictures and I'll do some before and after stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, you have to wait for a long time for that. So the rear sliding window, Nah, it's got to go. That was really good when you were young, because you just chucked your beer cans into the back here. And this one here, the floor is a little rough. They just land on the ground. The box itself, I think my initial thoughts was to shorten the box sides, because I was a little afraid of how the new stampings were. But I talked to Scott from Scott's Super Trucks in Penhold, and he says the stampings are absolutely wonderful, and I've confirmed that with somebody that's used them before, so I'm probably going to go with the new ones. And we'll lose the tint on the windows. That can be done later if they want. So it says it's got 5,463 miles. So that's probably just over 100,000. 105,000 miles. And then, of course, this is one of the features that we are going to keep. You know, the old hand brake for the emergency brakes. Not going to lose that. That just keeps everything cool. Don't know what's in the box. I'm going to go right through that today. Seats coming out today. Lots of stuff. Well, now you know what you're going to be watching for the next year. So get used to it. Buckle up. I know I'm getting excited. This thing is pretty nice shape. You know, usually when a truck comes to me in parts, it's all rusted out. I got to spend hours and hours of rust repair. So far it looks pretty good, but we're going to get this on the rotisserie and probably use the borescope, and I'm going to get in and I'm going to make sure that everything's going to be good. If not, we'll chop her out, put some new stuff in. Not to worry. So anyway, I'm keeping this short. I'm just kind of priming you for what's coming up next. And well, you know, we'll get a good start on it. I think the most important thing is we're in fall season right now. So most important thing is to get this thing stripped down, get the frame sandblasted and painted before it starts to snow a little bit. So until next time, stay tuned. Won't want to miss this one.